Bit here. It didn't work for them last time. Maybe the height is what they're going to be favouring.
Yeah, it's a slightly different circle, as you briefly saw. There was a couple of pings towards the train tracks as well. It is definitely a power play position, but also a position where you can get sandwiched between two teams. Snipedown has taken a lot of damage here, and I wonder whether he's going to be able to get away.
Down.
He's fallen, and TSM could be losing Snipedown very early here. Solar Fide getting an early knock, and yep, that's going to be an early takedown. KP for them, and TSM losing a man early.
Yep. They do have the banner, though, and it looks like they might be able to hit this beacon pretty quickly. So TSM have the opportunity to get Snipedown back into the game as quickly as possible, but not the start that they would have wanted, especially after the disappointment of the last game that they did have. So lots of work to do here for TSM and for Rogue too, who are currently sitting around survey camp inside of that second circle as well. However, Drop's coming under lots of fire, and speaking of fire, Lou is going to be absolutely decimated at the hands here of Complexity.
Yeah, Complexity just taking no prisoners at this point. The nade finishes Lou off, and now Complexity will just push on in to try and complete this wipe and maybe take down a squad, so it goes down to 19. Or whether we're going to see...
Go back to number one after a couple of slow games, like you mentioned. Expensive Agents, a team we really haven't mentioned so far, haven't done anything particularly huge to... give them the price tag that they might be looking for from an organization, but now they might be causing all sorts of problems because TSM have had an absolute shocker here in game number 4. Nothing going their way. Snipedown now the last man alive, and it's just been... It was Snipedown initially who went down. He got res. Then Reps went down. He got res. Now How's gone down, and Snipedown last player alive here for TSM. Things are not falling TSM's way.
Yeah, it's a rough one now for Snipedown. It's like, well, what do? Do you just try and get a couple of placement points by pushing in? Yeah, maybe wait and see if you can get a couple of banners. Expensive Agents, at least, are being pushed away and being third party at this point. So for all the effort that they had taking down a member of TSM, it looks like they're going to struggle to survive with their own lives. But Dudes Night Out, they do, because that truck is, of course, going to leave them slightly vulnerable as aim assist are under a little bit of fire here. The ult might have to come out from Gibby. The bubble has already dropped. And it's Sentinels yet again pushing in to get aggressive. They've already lost Retzi, but we know what they can do as a 2. The firepower from Xenox, the man, is just ripping through teams game after game.
Xenox is playing out of his mind at the moment, and NRG, well, they're holding on for dear life, but they are safe. Like I previously mentioned, they've lost the doors on this truck, which is going to make them a little bit more exposed to any grenades going in. You can see they lost their gen as well when the gen goes down, but is it in time to stop that thermite? Unfortunately, it wasn't, but other projectiles that are thrown their way will be stopped. But look at the teams now that are just aiming down at NRG's position. They are getting bombarded, not only by the Gibby bombardment, but by teams looking over them like HRN.
Oh, it's just horrendous. I think at this point, if you're NRG, you just hope the teams are going to look at the circle and say, okay, we need to actually think about rotating here. NRG may have to take this fight against Dudes Night Out, and that's what they're looking to do. They're looking to get aggressive. They know there are a couple of players out of position, and they're trying to just gain a little bit of the map here. They're pushing forward. They want to get in the face of Dudes Night Out. They don't want to find themselves constantly under this pressure. But unfortunately, one player has already fallen. It's Frex. Can they get him back up? Dudes Night Out, they can sense blood.
Yeah, they're sensing blood, and I like this from Dudes Night Out as well. Trying to get aggressive, not letting that res come in. The question is, did they get that res? It doesn't look like they have managed to, so Frex has been taken down. Now the pressure falls onto the shoulders of Nathan and Rocker. The two youngsters here on NRG have lost Frex, the player who really has been a standout for me in recent times. Troubling times here for NRG as far as becoming a champion in this game are concerned. And look at these shots from Duplex, melting NRG inside of this bubble.
Yeah, unfortunately, NRG just sitting ducks at this point. Dudes Night Out, they surround, they pinch, and they secure the wipe. NRG will not be winning this tournament. Well, not in this round anyway. HRN also having a little bit of a battle here in train tracks. This train tracks position has just been where everyone wants to be, and it's Sentinels again picking up the kills. They've already got match point mark. They don't even need the KP, but they can take points off other people and get them further away from match point. Another team we have to keep an eye out for is CLG. They're currently on 38 points coming into this game, so with a decent performance, maybe they can get to match point as well.
We've already made a running joke about how bad my maths is, but I'm pretty sure the Sentinels have around 856 kills in
That's
this
correct.
particular game. That is 100% fact, and you can't tell me otherwise because they have been on fire. You can see the kill leader here, Senox, 6 kills just at his hands, and you've only got to wonder what the other teammates have done, and there we go, just in time. Crust, 6 kills for him, Senox, 6 for him, and you have to feel the Wraith, he's got some in the bags as well.
Yeah, Sentinels, they're just doing so much damage to the rest of the lobby at this point that it's going to be so difficult for other teams to gain any KP because KP is just being taken by Sentinels constantly and the placement points aren't there available either. Aim assist not OP, down to just one. A little old Bambino has a little bit of high ground, maybe he's managed to sneak his way here and he's just going to try and escape and look for some placement.
Yeah, this is going to be a difficult escape for him though. He's going to get the portal down, but look at the fire he's come on under. That is AA, not OP. Saying RIP in that position. They're taken out. Another team going to be taken down as Petty Boss is going to fall. Solar Fide now trying to move in as well. It's just absolute carnage, but CLG are still involved in this fight. Just noticed them pop up. They've taken down Muffins. Madness in the kill feed means CLG have a chance here with a big game to join Sentinels on match point.
Yeah, CLG would have already secured 5 points just by getting into the top 4. They were on 38 already, so that means they need 7 KP just at this.
Going to get angry and aggressive. They don't need the win here, but they could take points off of CLG. That's something maybe they're not aware of, that it's CLG, one of those other teams that they could potentially stop being on match point should they get a clean wipe and not give away a KP themselves. So Sentinels really do have a chance of upsetting things here and letting them give themselves the best opportunity. Now they're holding out the team to their right, so Sentinels still being a bother to the lobby, even though they're in a position where they're going to have to shift.
5 seconds and CLG just watching on both angles now at this point. Tubic, the other squad that are in this little mix-up. Jesus Christ, the R99 doing some damage as it always has, and you back off and you get hit by an Arc Star, and this is just a tricky situation. Bowser really struggling, he's going to go down, and CLG now, what can they do? They're down to just 2 squads. CLG, they've secured it, and
if it's a game, I'm losing, cause I said I'd never do this, and it's so confusing.